Hello everyone, in this video we'll see how we can use the SDK Magic Tool to export the activity code assignments from Excel to Primavera. This will be the video number 39 in this group of videos, and we will use the SQLite database in this video. You can also use Oracle database or SQL Server when you select any of them. Let us first from this option update projects in this database, and we will select one of these projects. For example, let us select this project, and from activities search for the activity code assignments and import the current activity code assignments. As you see, we have more than 700 activity code assignments in this project, and we have the table format that we should fill in or we should update to export these assignments to Primavera. And when we go to Primavera to check these results, this is our project, the same project. Let us open this project. As you see, under codes we have these assignments. When you change this activity, as you see, the most of these activities have code assignments. Let us go to Excel to see how you can prepare this table. The SDK Magic Tool will help you a lot when you export this activity code assignments to Primavera. In this column you will find a drop list contains all of the activities in the database for this project, the code, the activity ID, and the activity description. You can select any of these activities. In this column you will find all of the code types and the type of this code, if it is global or if it is project, and you can select any of these code types. Just you select the code type, you will find a drop list contains all values under this code type. This is a dynamic list. When you change the code type, you will find another values in this column. You can select any of them. These values will be changed according to your selection in this column. And this another method to insert these activity codes. For example, here you will find this number one. Number one contains all of the project codes designated for this project. When you open this list, these are the activity codes designated for this project. You can select any of them, select the activity in this column, and then select this column, open the drop list, select the activity code that you would like to use, and then insert it here, and so on. You can fill in your table, select any of these from the drop list and then any value, or you can select the activity and then from this drop list select any value you need and insert the value here. If you change 1 to 2, you will find the global activity codes with their values. And if you have EBS activity codes, you will find this under drop list number 3, and you can change again to number 1 and so on. These two methods you can use any of them to insert the activity codes in these two columns, but the easiest method to fill in these activity codes assignments from this option. Let the SDK Magic Tool prepare this table for you. If you have a lot of these activity codes assignments, you will need this method. You have here these 3 columns. These 3 columns, the same columns in this table format. As you see, these are the same 3 columns. You can use these columns in order to fill in these 3 columns and then copy your values and paste them in the original table. In this column you will find a list contains all of the activities in this project, the activity ID and its description. And in these two columns you will find all project codes designated for this project, the code type and all of its values, another code type and all of its values, and so on. And in the next two columns you will find the global activity codes, the code type, the global activity code with all of its values, and another one with all of its values, and so on. And if you have EBS activity codes, you will find these activity codes for the EBS in these two columns, and so on. All you need is to prepare this table, copy the activity, paste it here, and then copy the code type with the values that you need and paste them here, and so on. Copy the activity, and then if you would like to use the global activity codes, copy and then paste. Now you have these values, you can copy these values and then insert them in the original table. This will be the easiest method, and you can prepare a lot of activity codes assignments by using this method. Let us learn how you can use the SDK Magic Tool to update these activity codes assignments. In order to save time, we will copy this sheet, as you see, and now we will remove all of these activity codes assignments. When you would like to remove any of these activity codes assignments, change this into Y, and from the export menu search for the activity code assignments, export these updates to Primavera. Now we have no activity code assignments in this project. Let us import these updates. These were the 4 activity codes assignments that were in at the end of the table that we have prepared now. Let us remove these 4 activity codes assignments. Now we have no activity codes assignments in this project. Let us go to Primavera to check these updates. After we refresh data, as you see, all of these activity codes assignments have been deleted. There are no activity code assignments for any of these activities. In order to save time, we will copy these activity code assignments again as if we had prepared them. These were the 4, as you see, these were the 4 activity codes assignments that we found after we delete all of them. Copy, okay, and paste them here. Now we are ready to export these activity codes assignments to Primavera. The first column must be blank because all of these activity codes assignments will be considered as new items in the database. And now we will use this option to export these assignments. It will be very fast and very accurate when you use the SDK Magic Tool. Okay, now we have these activity code assignments in Primavera. Let us import them. As you see, the same value, more than 700. Let us go to Primavera. After we refresh data to get the latest updates in the database, refresh data. As you see, we have now these activity code assignments again in Primavera for all of these activities. Later you can change any of these activity code assignments. You can add a new assignments or delete any of them. It's very flexible when you use the SDK Magic Tool in order to export or update the items of Primavera and send them again to the database. Thank you and goodbye.